Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds, by birth also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's up, y'all? What is going on? Whew. How y'all doing? Let me fix the screen real quick. Let me fix the screen. What's going on, cousins? Let's see if this will do it. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me fix. One thing. I'll take that one. All right, cousins, how y'all doing? Thank you for bearing with me. Let me go ahead and get our other cousins over here on Instagram inside of the chat. We're going to get straight to it, okay? What's going on, Instagram family, YouTube, Facebook? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. It's been a cool minute. Happy New Year's to those, that operate or function off of this Gregorian calendar. For some of us, New Year's began months ago, but to many others, New Year's began a few days ago. So happy New Year's. Let me take this off the screen so I am able to see y'all clearly. How y'all doing? Still not at home, okay? Nevertheless, I came by here to talk about some stuff we need to be talking about. We're going to have a cousin conversation, okay? This is a 911. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to be dropping some gems up in this video, okay? Right, because right now is the time for you to get your butt in gear, period. Right now is the time for you to get your butt in gear, okay? We are not going to war. We're at war. It is time for you to get your butt in gear, period. So what I want y'all to do before I get started, first of all, welcome. I think I said that. If I didn't, welcome. Hope all is well with you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, familially, with your family, okay? Hope all is well. If you haven't shared this, please do. I'm going to be giving some gems. You can take them, do whatever you must with them to get your butt in gear, because that's what this is all about. Don't come over here watching me because I'm not a show. Okay? If I feel at any moment you over here watching me, I'm just going to break out in a prayer break, okay? And drive every monitoring demon out of my presence. So that's the first warning. This is for those that know we are in perilous times. This is for those who know I need to do something right now because of the perilous times that we are in. When have you ever heard of a president going to another country and legitimately seizing another president? You have not. They say Osama bin Laden, but bro wasn't no president. He was an influential leader over a lot of them people that was doing crazy things, but he was not a president, okay? And it's been made to look like it's one thing. We have to go in and stop the fentanyl and the 250,000 of people that passed away from the drugs coming into the country. Okay, kudos to y'all for that. Y'all a little bit too late. Y'all done let all of our military men and women, okay, of fighting age be poisoned. Over 250,000 of them, and now, we got to come in and stop this. No. Because you don't go in and seize a whole president and then say, we running this country now. That's some real gangster, sugar, honey, iced tea. Real mafia type of situation. And that has riled up some feathers, as we know it should. Okay, you might want to stay in the room because this pertains to you and I. I don't care I don't want to hear about politics. Oh, well, you need to hear about them because they are politics. They're games that is being played, and American citizens, even people in different countries, okay, outside of America, is suffering behind the games that they're playing. Now, let me put y'all up on game in case y'all didn't know. It was not just about going in and capturing this dictator. We don't have no business meddling in other men's affairs to begin with. However, China just bought in August $1 billion of their oil reserves. Now, if America then went in and captured their president, who China has done deals with, and gonna get a return on their investment because they already invested the $1 billion, then you definitely know we're at war. We didn't went in and took somebody else's territory that they rightfully paid for. On top of that, Russia did not send, I think it's called the manger or the manger. Russia did not send the manger to Venezuela for no reason. When there was a lot of noise about the monks doing a peace walk, and the kingdom believers was too busy having the American dream to discern and realize what the hell was going on. But some messengers came out and said, hey, this walk that these monks have decided to do now has nothing to do with peace. They are marking territory because they know a war is about to break out. People laugh at them. People laugh at the people saying this out loud. No, like we really need to be praying, okay? Like we really need to be praying because y'all don't know what this signals while they're walking. But the people that knew what this meant said they're marching because they know war is about to break out, okay? So it was a peace walk in that sense. That we are walking for peace. We don't want war, but they knew for whatever reason, that war was going to break out. It's not a shock to us because Tucker Carlson said maybe 2 weeks ago that Donald Trump was going to get on national TV and tell the American people, because he had got some insight from somebody in Congress, that we were going to war. Donald Trump 42 faked the American people and got on there talking about we getting ready to give this bonus to the warriors, to the servicemen and women. And we're going to give you other Americans health care. Distractions. They can never, ever attack or carry out an assignment without letting you know, even if it's not verbally letting you know. They'll put it in a movie, a cartoon, a new commercial, a billboard. They don't care, because they say, hey, look, I warned the people right there. They was just too busy. They missed it. Or I put in this little article right here. They don't read from that newspaper, or whatever the case may be. Because you can never attack or do anything without the people knowledge, even when they get ready to attack us. That's why when they say, hey, we're going to war. Hey, if you make that move, we're going to retaliate this way. They have to. It's a sovereign law. So if we get attacked September 11th, they said they were going to attack before September 11th happened. Whether you take the threat credible, serious, it's not up to them. You have to warn what is happening, okay? And now we are in a war. You have Americans and other people abroad right now that cannot leave from any Caribbean country at all. They can't get in and they can't get out. Ain't nobody sending them no money for no extra fees at the resort or the hotels, for no hotel stipend, no food stipend. No, we're seizing this territory and all activity stops. We don't care whether you're American or not. We're coming in to take over this region. And that has provoked a lot of people. Iran, Russia, and China all have monies invested in Venezuela. Most people think, oh, okay, the oil and the gold and the diamonds, Africa has a lot of that. America has a lot of that. But if you go look at the map and you go do your own research, I'm going to give you some homework. You will see the biggest, the most biggest oil, gold, diamonds comes from Venezuela. This is a seizing, okay? What we're witnessing, we shouldn't be witnessing. This is a legal gangster move. I can't say it no other way. Okay, so now they warning citizens. How you gonna go in and confiscate a president and take over territory and then leave your citizens stuck in these countries with people who don't like what you just did to their people? How the hell you gonna, where they protection at? I tell y'all all the time, I don't even have to say it. Just take a look back, okay? Anytime there is a war, who is always the casualties? I will wait for it. They took that president live. But if anybody passed away from the shooting and all of that stuff that was happening while they were bombing, those were civilians, taxpayers, whatever they contribute to their country, it was those people. So now they warning us, we ain't safe. Not to mention the war with the Somalis. Okay? Because now y'all didn't expose and uncover how they've been using tax-paying American dollars to fund missiles and weaponry and build them businesses and stuff. Meanwhile, the American people can't even afford food. They cannot even afford rent. They can't afford gas. They cannot afford basic essentials. Then they bragging and telling us, hell yeah, we took from y'all. Y'all was stupid enough to give it to us. And not only did we take from y'all, we took positions of power so that we can never get kicked out. Okay? Do what you want to. Do you know the danger that we have just right here on our own dang on soil from all these people we let in? And you going over here doing gangster moves like this and pissing off people. And I'm not even going to mention, I am going to mention. Yes, I am. Because they have to take me on out. And if God say it ain't my time, it ain't going to happen. You understand me? I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Now they have these rules and laws, right? These rules and these laws that in passed. They want us to be censored. So we can't get on social media and talk about things that we're talking about right here. And when I say they, I'm talking about Jewish people. No pun intended to y'all, but I know what that good book say, okay? And if you're real, you know what that good book say too. That's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not afraid. I don't have no platform that you didn't put me up on, okay? I only use your social media platforms. I done already been through the bouts and the ins and the outs with you demons trying to hinder and stop the movement because I vocalize the assignment on your platforms. But you didn't put me up, so you can't take me down. I'm not a celebrity, okay? You can't blackmail me. You can't target my family and all of these things that other people who should be saying it cannot because they controlled by them. I am not controlled by anybody at all, but the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. That's it. So now you have these people from the Middle East running orders and saying that we, the American people, is getting beside ourselves because we uncovering fraud because we're investigating what happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't care if you don't like him or if you did like him. We all should be questioning what in the heck happened to him. He was American citizen. That was deeper than you just getting on our nerves. That was a message to everybody. You start talking too much, you got to go bye-bye. On national, worldwide TV. Everybody saw that. If you don't take a look and analyze the type of powers and principalities that we are up against, and you don't realize that this is a spiritual war, and the battle is for souls, and the battle is to claim lives, then you already lost the fight. If you don't know that wicked men are in and wicked women are in powerful positions to control whether people get to eat, whether people have warmth, whether people have a job, whether people get laid off, whether people can pay their bills, then you have been deceived to the 1,000 power. Literally, it is time for you to wake up. And I'm saying this because you can see things if you're paying attention. It's not hard. Ain't no rocket scientist. You don't have to have a degree to see what in the hell is going on. You just pay attention. In the middle of me moving and doing all of the things that I am doing right now, at this moment, I'm still watching. We commanded to watch and pray. Pray is action. It's not just lip service. Watch so you know how to pray, so you know how to move. Okay? Period, point blank. Watch what's going on so you know how to move. And if you've been watching what's been going on, we are being restricted. It's like a python, just a slow squeeze. If it happened instantaneously, then it'll throw this country and the people into an uproar. So it's a slow roll, it's a slow squeeze. Oh, we'll just squeeze the prices up a little bit more. Oh, we'll just go over here and go to war a little bit over here. Oh, we'll just drop bombs over here. You keep on pissing these people off. Okay? When you went over there and attacked Iran, they was on the edge. You know how you get ready to jump into that double dutch rope, and you just like trying to catch it so you can get in. They was right there on the edge. Then, like, man, you do not have a legal right to just come over and decide that, hey, we're gonna blow up their stuff because it could be a danger to us. Whether you like it or not, America, I don't care. I'm going to say it. Keep saying it. Ain't nobody going to do nothing to me about it. It's under the judgment of the Lord. And if you know the Lord, then you would know that it is time for you to get away from out of this system, unless you're going to suffer with it. Simple as that. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not finna to break it down to a 5th grade level. If you continue to be a part of this system has a lot of blood on its hands. And I love America. I'm thankful to God that I was born here, that my people were brought here. Okay? I have no regrets. But I'm going to call a spade what a spade is. And America has done some evil things to God's people all over the world. Systems. They got greedy. I don't know if y'all know Bible, but most people know the story about Sodom and Gomorrah. I'll say that, and then I'm going to move on and show y'all some headlines that you should be aware of. Most people are familiar with the Sodom and Gomorrah story, but most people are really ignorant about the Sodom and Gomorrah story. Most people like to use it in the context that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because of the homosexuality. That's been around. Okay? Homosexuality is not new. It's been around. However, they forgot to care for the poor and for the widows and for the citizens. They were so dang on greedy that they bankrupt everybody else, left them destitute, and could care less about it. And God said, wait a minute, hold on. I don't think so at all. Let me show y'all so y'all don't think I'm making up nothing. You can always fact check Dr. T. Anything I say on live, you can always fact check me. You have my permission. I want you to. I double dare you to. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Hopefully this site don't be glitching. All right, let me just go here. What if it all was a stage? Hello to everybody. If I got the camera off and I'm looking on another page, that's why I haven't responded to you. But hello to everybody, okay? What was the reason for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah? And this is just an AI overview. I want you to go check it out yourself. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by God due to their extreme wickedness, which the Bible describes as a combination of arrogance. They were prideful because they had all the mammon in the world, okay? Inhospitality, injustice. They wouldn't help the poor. They had no compassion, okay? They were so greedy, they bankrupt the people, then wouldn't even help the people. And lastly, the lustful violence, okay? In an attempted graping of the angelic visitors. But it was not because of homosexuality was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. It was clearly because they were greedy and they were inhospitable, okay? They didn't care. And if you look at what is happening to America and what is happening to the American people, and this does not just affect America and American people. America is the richest nation on earth. Everybody does business with America and have. That's how they remained the superpower of the world. If it ain't trade, it's what you call it, stocks, it's treasuries, tariffs, taxes, it's something. And America has always found a way. If they want territory, they will go take territory. They will send the military in to take the territory that they want to take. Bottom line. And because of that, America is under judgment from all of the blood around the world that is crying out against this great whore, where perversion stems from. Greed, greedy politicians, wickedness, all of the witchcraft and wickedness that is allowed to run rampant in this nation, all of the perversion that is allowed to run rampant in this nation, all of the injustice that is allowed to run rampant in this nation, America is under judgment. And war is not even imminent. We at war. And this war is not about who's the strongest. This war is on some gangster sugar honey iced tea. What territory we about to take? Because you ain't finna get up over here. It's a chess game. And they playing chess moves. Unfortunately, the citizens are always casualties. That's my message to everybody. There is a lot happening. You need to be wide awake. You do not need to be distracted. You do not need to be busy. You do not need to be procrastinating. You do not need to be confused, swinging the pendulum. You don't need to be in that position right now. That's a very dangerous position to be in because we are at war. And they are plotting something very quietly to harm the American people and to harm, because how else do you cripple? It could be a cyber attack that would really, really, really hurt the it will hurt the economy. I mean, it probably will destroy it. I'm not even gonna say hurt, like it'll damage it. I'm talking about destroy it. All of our banking system is online. Every app we use is all online. Okay. Our cell phones are all digital online. Everything that we use, that we maneuver with, trucks can't transport. They have no, our MapQuest, how to get around, is all online. Trucks have no way to get to destinations and locations because all of that is ran digitally. And if we think China was flying over in those balloons for no reason, collecting data, and if they were sending those drones that was showing up mysteriously last year, China was behind that as well, okay? They were collecting data and they kept getting near the Air Force bases, the military bases. They done bought up all this land by the waterways. They had Chinese nationalists arrested last year for smuggling in bioterror weapons that was not, nuclear missiles. No, it was to attack our soil. It was to attack livestock. It was to attack, our organs. Not to mention now they then came out and said they have this new disease that they can't pinpoint. It is not reactive or responsive to any medication. They can't put their finger on what is making all these people sick. Just PSA, to be aware. However, there were Chinese nationalists that smuggled in things, worms and mushrooms that be planted underneath the dirt, the land that they was out here buying, to hurt our cattle and to cause symptoms that cannot be traced to like a regular cold, or you got exposed to a virus. They came in while Americans was being forced out of their apartments and forced out of their homes and forced out of their moms and pops' businesses and forced out of their jobs. They came in and bought up all of the farmland. Why? Because when you own farmland, you have power. Farmland comes with water rights. You own farmland and water rights, you have power. A lot of folks then waited a little bit too late, honestly. Honestly. The time that we had was the time that we come together, okay? And I want to show y'all receipts. Let me see if I'm finna show y'all a couple of receipts. Let me pull this up. Hold on one second. Okay, let me see. All right, hold on. I'm gonna just start in this order, okay? Let me see where that was at, because I just wanna show y'all a couple things where hold on, y'all. I'm getting to it. Hold on. Let's see where I'm gonna start at. I think I'm gonna go this way and then just go down real quick, okay? I'm gonna start right here. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, just so y'all know, Donald Trump said the United States is taking control over Venezuela's oil reserve. Okay, I'm taking control. I'm not just going in taking your president. I'm taking control over your oil reserves. How does that affect us? cost of oil gonna go sky high. First and foremost, cost of oil gonna go sky high. Okay? Why? Because we had to waste billions of taxpayers' dollars to be able to go over to Venezuela, capture their president, and take over their oil reserves. Watch their oil reserves, guard their oil reserves, put people that are in our favor in positions to maintain or manage the oil reserves, do a whole demolition and put in a whole nother team where it will be Team United States. It is costing us. I don't know if you know this or not, but every day that you go to work, 30% of your pay for that day is funding this. Okay? Funding this. Let's start here. So I'm going in order. Got some videos I'm going to show y'all too. What makes this a big problem? Hold on one second. See if it's going to let me go forward. Okay? Here's another article just saying Trump says the United States will run Venezuela after Nicolas Maduro captured and taken to New York City. That's going to cost money, okay? It's going to cost money to put homeboy on trial. Okay? Here's another one. Trump says U.S. will run Venezuela and fix their oil infrastructure at our expense. Just so you know that. But here's where the problem comes in at, right here. First of all, that's not Venezuela's oil. China got some dibs in it. Russia got some dibs in it. Iran got some dibs in it. All three countries that hate us. We're at war. I just wanted you to see it with your own eyes. Be vigilant, brothers and sisters. Be vigilant. The word of God says, whether you want to hear this or not, the word of God says, work while it is day. For when nighttime comes, you cannot work. They said it out of their own mouths. We ain't even got to attack you with nuclear missiles. We got so much data on y'all. We don't even care about selling TikTok to you. We got so much data on everybody, okay? We know where people live at. We know about your grid. We know everything. And whenever a country wants to take down an empire, the very first thing it's going to weaken is its legs. New York Stock Exchange, okay? So where all the trades, Wall Street, the grid, nothing can operate if the lights are off. They don't have to come in, but we got them here. Like physically here. Where I'm at in California, boy, look at here. Some of the things that God has revealed to me, it's like, Lord, I want to just go back to Texas. Father, these people don't even know the danger they are in, and they are asleep. It's crazy. It's crazy how we have been infiltrated this bad. I'm finding out that, and this ain't like, hey, no race thing. No, this is just about policy. Because truth be told, I cannot get up and go into China, you feel me, and start acting like I'm running China. I can't go over there and take their citizens' tax dollars and start building and bringing in my cousins and all of that, and we taking over. Can't do that. Okay? I'd have to become a citizen. There's a process that I would have to follow. in order to be able to do any of that. Neither can I go into India, Pakistan, and just start buying up all of their commercial property without them saying, wait a minute, hold on, what is going on? And when I tell you that the Indians out here are buying up all of the commercial property, they are taking over the courier transportation space, it's devastating. I'm no longer walking around like, hey, is there some other people that look like me around here? I'm like, where's the white people? Like, they used to be the farmers. They used to be the landowners. Where are they at? It is a scarcity, a rarity to see blacks and whites. I got video footage. They come in the nighttime. And trust me, when I say this ain't, hey, y'all be suspicious. This ain't that. It's just letting you know what's going on. Somebody is seeing it visually, how they are coming in and taking over infrastructure, land, very important things that can do major damage because they have access and power. And we think they got a stake in this stuff. They got a stake in American territory, farmland. Look how much farmland China owns. Go look that up. Go do your research. And see just how deep in the doo-doo we are. That ain't to say America is weak and all of this. Financially, economically, America is weak. It's already trillions of dollars in debt. The very people that we are up against already started selling off their treasuries, all of that stuff, getting rid of the American dollar. That was happening last year. I came by here and sounded the alarm about it. The final blow to this old United States of America empire. While we thinking it's about going in with military force, oh, we the proudest in the world, nobody can mess with we are so behind technological wise. Light speed years behind. China got the upper advantage during COVID with the digitalization, okay? We are so behind. They got off of our financial system, okay? For the last 4 years, they've been building their own financial system. When they paid for the oil, didn't have to go through no United States process. They used their yuan, their currency. Mark my words. War is not imminent. We're not on the brink of war. We're at war. And no, the American people are not going to be honest and tell the American people, yeah, we're at war. They're going to tell you everything's okay. Everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. Okay. We did it really peaceful. Okay. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. Because you just went over there and just basically thought you was finna debo people money and people oil and people, land and people countries, and came up against the three greatest enemies to America, okay, that have now collaborated. And they plotting and planning, and I'm not saying this because I know some type of intel, okay? I don't. I know spiritual intel. Let's make that very clear. God has given us enough time to get ourselves prepared and get ourselves positioned. We should have been had communities set up. We should have been had ecosystems that work off of this American system, bartering systems. There's so many different things that you can barter. Okay? So many different things that you can barter. In times of war, crisis, people definitely gonna need salt. Okay, that's just a hint. Definitely gonna need salt because salt is a purifier. It does not just have a biblical principle, it has a physical purpose. These are things we should have been coming together saying, hey, you go buy all of this, as much of it you can buy, and I'll buy all of this, as much of it I can buy, and we can barter that amongst each other. We will create our own ecosystem outside of that system. So when that goes down, we won't be affected, and our families won't either. We will possess land. We will buy parcels of land so that if we needed to grow vegetation or raise our own livestock, we would still have access to that. We should have our own land in case we needed to build our own medical facilities because we need those. Okay? All those nurses who could not go into their fields of work because they wouldn't take or agree to certain things, those could have been people that worked on our land, in our ecosystem. We totally missed what God was really trying to do for us to deliver us from this Babylonian system that we have been oppressed by. White, black, Hispanic, everybody. They had Hispanics feeling like, oh yeah, they want us. The migrants, no, they want you for cheap labor. Okay, it's called usury. They want you for cheap labor. That's it. Once you done being used, they're gonna find somebody else do it cheaper than you. Then you're gonna be pushed to the side. They don't care about nobody but capitalism. That's it. United States of America is a corporation. It doesn't have feelings. They don't care about your rights. Cares about money, cares about gain, cares about capital, cares about interest, cares about dividends, cares about gambling, okay? Cares about greed, power, lust, control, demonic, all things that are contrary to God. That's what he cares about. Okay? So I don't care about how many people might lose their life at the hands of a police officer. Don't care about how many people might be locked up. Okay? I think it's real unfair for a person to take another person's life and then get life in prison. Y'all not slick? Y'all finna make $1 billion off of them being in prison, meals provided, bedding provided, rehabilitation, quote unquote, provided, medication provided. All y'all eat. This family over here is in a lifetime sentence of pain. You lock them up off the street so they can't do it again. Whoop-de-doo. But you getting paid off of it. The back end, make that make sense. Make that make sense. This system has always been a system. It has always been a rigged system. It does not care about anybody else. You see what Donald J. Trump went and did? He went and created his own financial system. That was not for the betterment of the American people. That was for the betterment of his legacy. And if you want to be a part of it, you got action to be a part of it. But don't ever think any of these politicians care about everyday Americans. And I don't care who it is, including Donald John Trump. Okay? None of them. They all have been complicit in some type of bribe, some type of fraud, some type of scandal, some type of demonic activity. And I said it then, say it again. Okay? Some people like, well, you was celebrating that he won. You dang on sippy. Because we would have been in the pits of hell continuing with Biden and Kamala. But they all work together. This was all a sign for them to let people come into this country. Trump come in, try to act like he rescuing the country. No, I celebrated and I prayed, not for a politic. I prayed for God to give us time. That's it. Could you please let the best candidate that will give us time? You promised that there will be 7 years of bountifulness before there will be 7 years of famine. And we need time. Your people are so far behind. We lost. We lost. Why everybody else know about this stuff? Let me go over here and find this a video I was trying to find, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all how everybody else is moving. Hold on 1 second. Because I didn't see it down there, but why is everybody else aware except us? Make this make sense. Why is everybody else planning except us? Make this make sense. Okay, here we go, right here. Just want you to see the beginning of this. Okay? These people don't even care. They're like, look, we don't even care. Let me stop this one. All these people don't even know each other. Okay? They don't know each other. They didn't came from all over the United States for one mission and one mission only. We finna live off the grid. Okay? Families are escaping the inner city. Families from all across America have gathered on this 922-acre ranch because they share one vision. They want to buy land to get off the grid, get out of the system, and build regenerative micro farms that feed and protect their families for generations. Okay? They don't own land and they don't have millions to do it alone. They ain't never farmed, but they're coming together collectively so that they can learn how. They know nothing about nothing. Okay? All walks of life. They don't even know each other. See, some sisters, they coming together collectively. We should have been did this. Been did it. Texas is full of land. Arizona is full of land. Mexico is full of land. We don't prepare for today. We prepare for tomorrow. We work for today. Okay? We trade time for money for today. That's not for tomorrow. Because you still got to get up and clock in tomorrow for tomorrow. But we invest for the future. We build for the future. We should have been doing this. They're not the only ones. I'm in lots of groups where these people are prepared. That's why for 2 years, literally, I came here begging my cousins. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Because ain't nobody, and this is a sentiment across the board, and I'm not even mad at them, okay? When it goes down, don't think you coming around finna try to get some from up over here. That is the sentiment across the board. I don't care who it is. Don't come over here thinking you finna get some. If you did not participate in helping us build, this is for the community of us who came together and built. And we're going to protect what we built to the of us. It's the type of timing they on. They done left the inner cities. That's where the white people is at out here in California. They in these rural areas, locked and loaded. Just pass a law. You come into certain counties, bang, bang, pow, pow, chicken, chicken. Okay? Don't play with the game because we're going to protect ours by any means necessary. They're not the only ones. Let me go over here. Let me close this out. And close this out so I can get some more room and show y'all. They not the only ones. Bro, I've been showing y'all this Epic City. Okay? Why is all these people coming together and buying farmland? Okay, we're gonna just show y'all why is all of them coming together and buying farmland. Why did the celebrities and stuff even go buy them some farmland to build them some underground bunkers last year? Why? We can't be this stuck on stupid. Okay? Epic City refers to a controversial, large-scale master plan Muslim community proposed in North Texas by the East Plano Islamic Center, intended to include housing, mosques, schools, and shops. Okay? They went out and bought 402 acres of land to build them a Muslim community built by Muslims for Muslims. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all. Do your thing if America gonna let you do that. But I'm like, why are they doing all of this and we ain't doing nothing? Success leaves clues. And to be forewarned is to be forearmed. If I see y'all moving like this, then I need to move like this. Why y'all moving like this? Ain't nobody gonna be able to get in and shop, eat, live in your apartments, go into your establishments, unless you a Muslim. Okay. They ain't the only ones doing it. They're not the only ones doing it. Okay. Let's see how much. Why China buying up all the farmland? And we ain't even got one lot. We ain't got one parcel. Do you see that? China owns a relatively small fraction of total U.S. land with roughly 380,000 to 384,000 acres of agricultural land. They say that's small. They say that's tiny. You see how many acres that is? 380,000 acres to 384,000 acres of agriculture farmland? That's a little? Yeah, we don't own anything. Let's keep going. Okay, I just want y'all to see. Then they're going to say it significantly raises national security concerns due to the proximity of military sites. This is where they own their acres of land. We ain't got to worry about war without. We at war within. Hello, somebody. Okay? Let's see celebrities. Let's see how much Bill Gates owns. How much? No, let's just go. Billionaires. How many acres of land do each own? Let's see if the AI overview will give us some stuff, okay? They said it over here. Why are billionaires buying farmland? Okay? Billionaires who own vast amount of land with prominent examples, including the Emerson family, they own around 2.4 million acres. John Malone owns 2.2 million acres. And Ted Turner, he owns 2 million acres. Bill Gates owns 270 acres. Jeff Bezos owns 420,000 acres. They own ranch and timber, ranch land, ranch and sports, primarily farmland. Bill Gates. Why do they own this much land? What are they doing with this land? This is just some of them. This is not even all of them. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg, all of the big dogs, all when they got farmland. And how much y'all got? Put it in the chat. How much farmland y'all own? Because they know when you buy farmland, you got power. You pretty much basically call the shots. I can determine whether a city will be supplied water or not. I can determine whether the city will have produce or not. I can determine whether the city have livestock or not. The city, not just the community. The city. I go down and I start making shots and rules and regulations about what can be built around my farmland to the city officials, to coding and zoning and all of that. I get to play chess, not checkers. Why? Because I'm a landlord. Put some respect on it. I'm a lord over land. Y'all quiet in the chat. How many acres y'all own? How many acres of dirt y'all own at all? It ain't got to be farmland. How much do you own? How much land do you own? Billionaires are buying land for various reasons, but a prominent recent trend involves Silicon Valley investors, okay, like Reid Hoffman, Laurene Powell, Mark Andreessen, secretly acquiring vast tracts of farmland in Solano County, California, the California Forever Project, to build new sustainable cities with affordable housing, jobs, and green spaces, while others buy farmland to scale sustainable agriculture, environmental conservation, and luxury estate. Doomsday bonkers. Let me just let y'all sit in there for a minute. They build a sustainable cities. I wonder what sustainable cities are. Hold on. Let's go look. Take a screenshot of that. I want to know why they want to control housing, food, water, and they building bunkers for doomsday. Okay. What is a sustainable city? A sustainable city is an urban area designed to minimize environmental impact and enhance residents' quality of life by integrating social, economic, and ecological considerations, focusing on efficient resources use, renewable energy, green spaces, and smart infrastructure for a resilient, low carbon future that meets present needs without compromising future generations. No, that sounded all big and fancy. Let's just break this thing down. Oh, that is what they were talking about, cousins. Smart cities, 15-minute cities. Oh, snap. Wow. They're going to limit people to 15-minute perimeter where you can only work so far and go so far and leave out so far. And if you go farther than that, you're in trouble. Oh, wow. They call them sustainable cities. Oh, they think we're so damn stupid. It's ridiculous. That's what they are. Smart cities. Yes, smart cities are designed to be sustainable, using technology and data to monitor and track everywhere and everything that you do. Okay. Well, how many states in America in 2025 have or are building smart cities? Let's go down there. Okay, let's go see. In 2025, numerous U.S. states are actively developing smart cities with leaders like California, San Francisco gonna be one, San Jose gonna be one, New York gonna be one, Texas, Dallas, and Austin, Illinois, Colorado, Washington, Massachusetts, Boston, Georgia, and Bill Gates is leading the pack for the Belmont in Arizona. Okay. Okay. I see it. I see it. I get it. I get it. You little sneaky devils. That's why y'all raising the rent so people can't afford it. Because y'all gonna come in with affordable housing. Oh, you mean to tell me like what just happened in New York? Okay. Yes, like what just happened and what is happening in New York. Let me pull that up. What is that man's name? Mayor I think his name is Mudami or something like that. Johnny passed smart stores. Okay. He signs his first executive orders sworn in as a Muslim in the United States of America. You cannot make this up. And he's taking away public grocery stores and he's making them city run, state governed smart stores. Fit right in with his smart city. Yeah. They're also going into New York and saying, hey, you a slumlord? Your tenants, 3 of your tenants, say their water is not working. Okay. We're going to give you 3 hours to have all 3 tenants' water working. If you don't, we're going to seize your property. It's no longer yours. It's ours. We'll start renting this out. We're taking over. Yeah, we're the Muslims in charge. We're kicking you out. And we're taking over. Okay? Mayor Manami says he will take over slumlords, who he considered to be a slumlord. Okay? He came in like a bat out of hell, literally. Hours after taking office. Mamdani tackles housing crisis on day one with executive orders targeting landlords and bankrupting them, kicking them out, and taking their daggone property. Anybody can call and say, hey, Tawana is a slumlord. Make a report. Okay, she's a slumlord. We just don't like her. Hey, call in too, right behind me. She's a slumlord. Then they come out and they don't even have to look. All they need is a report. It's such a disaster. All they got to do is make a report. They called me on the phone. Hey, we got 2 tenants that called in, said you were a slumlord. Said their carpet is coming up. You got 3 hours to have new carpet inside of those places, or we come in and we take over. That is called theft. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down, what I'm showing y'all? Just let me know in the chat. Do y'all see we're in the Hades? This is all going. And why you should be doing something. Millions are already a little bit too late because we were not taking it serious. Because we were not building, because we were procrastinating. Anything the Lord tells us to do, we should never have to go ask Him for permission to do it. He said, do it. He told you to do it. You don't need a million confirmations to obey God. You don't need to go and sit down in meditation, burn sage, pray, fast. You don't need to do all of that to obey God. Those are excuses to procrastinate or disobey God. If God tells you it's time to build, that's it. Why would you need His permission to tell you it's time to build? How would God mislead you in telling you it's time to build? Hey, I need you to get that. I need you to be doing that. I don't care how frustrating it can be, how hard, how complex it seems. I need you to be doing that. I need you to be doing this. I need you to obey me, because if you can't obey me in this, then I can't help you in that. I need your 1,000% surrenderance and obedience, because that is the only thing that is going to help you. In just a short while, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to FAFO. Honestly, the government does not care if the financial system collapsed. They already have one in place. You want to know why they don't care? It doesn't affect them. They already have something in place. When COVID happened, they didn't care. It did not affect them. They already had systems in place. Oh, okay, if people can't go into work, so what? We can go into work. If people can't move around, so what? We got the systems online where they can learn how to start doing online stuff. They got to come to us. So what if it's $5? So what if it's $3? That adds up. If you got $3 times a million people, then do the math. Let me show y'all how much. Let me tell y'all how much, how many subscribers did Netflix gain during the pandemic? See, because people see things and they say, oh, negative things is happening. We can't do nothing with this. We have to wait till the storm is over before we go out and do something. Okay? Streaming services like Netflix have been one of the few winners during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the first half of 2020, Netflix added more than 26 million global subscribers, beating both Wall Street estimates and its own internal forecast. Okay? In the first half of 2020, they earned 26 million global subscribers. Okay? Keep that number in mind, because we're going to do some math in a minute. How many subscribers does Netflix have 2025? I'm almost done with some of this stuff, okay? Netflix stopped reporting total subscriber count in 2025, shifting focus to revenue, but they ended 2024 with over 300 million. Now, if they got 206 million during the first half in 2020, 26 million, and at the end of 2024, and estimated by The first quarter, January through March of 2025, they had 310 million subscribers. Okay, let's do some math. Let's do some math. I want y'all to see this. Okay, they have 310 million 310 million. Okay, times they charge $24.99 every single month. This is for those who say, "Oh, those little numbers that really don't matter if they get $3.99. That doesn't matter." Okay, cool. 310 million times 24.99 every single month. Okay, they have every single month. Every month they make $7,746,900,000 every month. Every month they make $7,746,900,000 every month. Let that sink in. While everybody was going through hardship and hard times, you had people getting filthy rich. Okay? For those who say, let me show you this, okay? How much money does banks make each day in overdraft fees? Now I'm gonna say ATM fees. Okay? If you're gonna charge me to pull my money off at another branch because I'm not close to your branch, I want to know how much we making. Okay? Bank makes hundreds of millions to billions annually just from ATM fees, with recent estimate from Bank Rate showing the average out-of-network fee at $4.86, a combination of a $3.22 surcharge from the ATM owner and a $1.64 fee from your bank, translating to potentially billions in yearly revenue for the industry. Okay? Just showing y'all something. Showing y'all some numbers. Okay? Annually, just from bank fees, they do $2.5 to $3 billion just from ATM fees. Okay? How much do banks make each day from credit? You know, what's the little credit card fees? Transaction fees. Because it start adding up when you start looking at it like this. Okay? Banks make billion from credit card fees, earning roughly $138 billion plus annually. So you don't think them little dollars, them little 50-cent transaction fees, ATM fees add up? Overdraft fees. Okay? Banks earn billions. $12.1 billion in overdraft fees to banks and credit unions combined. I just want y'all to answer me in the chat. Are y'all seeing what I'm throwing at you? This is all a game. This is all one big game. And you the one getting played, beloved. When the tables turn, they're going to turn on you. When the tables turn, and they have turned, they're going to turn on you. Now, if everybody is getting rich off of you, why your family can't get rich off of you? Why you can't get rich off of you? If everybody else is getting rich off of you. We just went over a couple fees that they charge you for. They're making billions of dollars. Okay. They've taken your money, your taxpayers' money, and they funding wars. Okay. Endless wars, charging you taxes to give your money to foreigners to commit fraud. Got themselves in so much debt. They don't care if the system collapsed because they created a new system. That's what we'll do, create a new system. You went in and start problems with another country, all in the name of oil and all in the name of gangster. And now you got three of our greatest enemies plotting on how to take us out, take us down, which y'all don't be affected by. Y'all got bunkers, y'all got what you call it, Secret Service. You got security, bomb proof, gun proof, glass proof, vehicles, armory, civilians. What about them? What about them? That's the question. Okay. Took me an hour and 30 minutes to get here, but we're here. What do you got? Nobody could answer the land, the percentage of acres they have. And if you watching and you seeing what they doing, then why aren't you doing the same thing? Because you can. You don't have to be special. You don't have to have no degree. None of them have degrees. None of them have no special gifting. None of them have no special superpower. None of that. They don't have that. They had an idea and they put that idea to work. Okay. They learned the game so that they can leverage it. And you guys would be, hold on one second. Excuse me, I had to take that real quick. Nevertheless, these people from the giddy up, from the get go, okay, they use us, the American people, to do what they have been doing, what they will continue to do. It has never been to benefit us on any type of level. Okay? It's get all we can all we get. And that is where the problem lies because we don't have nothing to fall back on because we were so busy trying to get them all that we could till we have nothing left for ourselves. People are not faring well in 2026. There are particular people that are faring well, but the average American is still suffering. Inflation then went up. And these moves you're making is causing it to go up even more so. The time for you to get yourself together, to get you something, if you care. If you don't, I'm not talking to you. If you care. That time is right now. Because for a lot of people, not a little bit of people, a lot of people, you saw the numbers in here and people were not able to say, I have this set aside. That's just a handful. Imagine how many other people are not prepared. Not prepared at all. Not even a little bit. That's dangerous. Okay? this Saturday. We're supposed to host it like last Saturday. But again, my husband went to the hospital. Then I don't know, we caught something from the hospital or where it came from, but my twin was vomiting and going out the other end. Then it jumped on me. It was doing its dang on thing, okay? But time is of the essence. And even in the middle of all of this that I'm going through, I still have an assignment. And I will never forsake that assignment for anything personal. I will never put anything personal, family, it doesn't matter, over God's purpose and his assignment. This weekend we're having the emergency preparedness workshop. It's $47. I said that I was, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a sister reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you say you're not doing no more workshops. I'm not going to be able to, sit at your table." And I feel no. For those who signed up for the workshop, you still gonna get the workshop. I'm always going to give you what I said that I'm going to give you. Okay. Something comes up, I'm gonna let you know. We're just gonna postpone it to here, but I'm always going to deliver what I said. Okay. When things are out of my circumstances, out of my control, you guys don't even have 1/4 of what's going on, and I'm still showing up with a smile on my face. Okay. Still standing 10 toes down, pissing off the devil and setting the captives free. Whoop de doo. Still doing it, still going to do it. Because you're not going to punk me out my position. I don't care what you got going on. You're not going to stop me from the assignment that God has. I would rather go through this than stand before the Almighty. I would just rather. Okay? It's a fearful thing to stand before God and stand before a king and say, I didn't do anything. Any half of what, not even 1/4 of what you told me to do. The devil is a liar. He called me to tell you this. He called me to show you your way out. Okay? Not to just tell you, but to show you your way out. Simple as that. The emergency preparedness workshop will definitely get us prepared. One of the biggest things the Lord put on my heart is barter. Barter, barter. You need to know what materials you need to barter. Okay? I have a whole list. You will be given a whole list. Most people think it's gold and silver. Nah, outside of that. Who would have thought to barter salt and how much you can get for it in case of an emergency? You're going to learn all of that. What to have on hand so that you be prepared, not as the world is prepared. Thinking not strange that God told Joseph to go buy up all the wheat in Egypt. And him and his team went and bought up all the wheat. And by them buying up all the wheat, it put them in a very powerful position to be made ruler over a whole nation. Okay? There's so many things that people don't even think people are thinking about. But when you don't have it, they will be thinking about it. They will need it. They will crave it. They will have to have it. It's not a if, maybe I can go without. No. Okay. The only reason why I'm even mentioning it, because I don't have any low tickets for anybody. I don't have any low tickets for anybody. But the only reason I'm mentioning it is because we didn't do it last weekend. We're going to do it this weekend. Okay? It's $47 for you to come learn, for you to get information and access to people who are doing organic farming in case you need to be connected to that. How to learn how to start canning your food, how to preserve food, okay? How to, can dinners and meals, different things of that sort. You will learn a lot about preparation because that is essential. That is essential. Okay? If you want to attend, put a 1 in the chat. Just let me know. We'll get a couple more people in there, and then we will be taking off and moving forward like we ought to be. Okay? We have to be prepared. You need to know what life, if you by yourself, you need a plan. You need a plan of action. Okay? If you're not by yourself, if your family is with you and they ain't prepared, you got to prepare for them. Unfortunately. Okay? If you have medications and you have pets and you have elderly people and you have disabled people and you have whatever, you need to be prepared for not only yourself, you need to be prepared for them. What to happen if the grid go down? Who you can actually connect and buy phones that are not powered by, they're not connected to the grid, they're connected to the satellite. You will get all of that information so you have that readily available for you. Your phone go down, you still need, hey, let me and my family have these type of phones. Okay, you get connections to that. So also, that's the only thing that I'm going to offer for $47. Okay, word is my bond. I'm not offering anything else for 97, none of that. I told y'all we were done with that, and I absolutely meant that. Absolutely. If you missed it, you missed it. Okay. Next best thing that I want to talk about is credit. Your credit is going to be the deal breaker. Your credit is going to be the deal breaker. And your girl got a way you can fix your credit real fast. And I'm not talking about no sweep. Okay. The sweeps fix your credit really, really fast. I'm talking about how you can use Supreme Court law case study to get stuff off of your credit profile specifically according to your credit report. This is not no one size fit all. Nope. Okay. It's not no one size fit all. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can go over here real quick. No, I need to go to Google. Try. Okay. I should already be signed in. What in the world is going on? Hold on, y'all. Why did this keep popping up? I want to go. Hold on, y'all. Let me sign in real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's see how I can pull this up here to share this. I'm not going to show y'all everything, okay? But this is a prompt using Supreme Court law, okay? Case law, and letter requirements legally, okay? With legal terminology for you to have any negative item, anything pertaining to your credit report, your consumer report, removed from your credit report. The reason why we are doing it this way is because And if y'all didn't get that sweep and utilize it, look, you're running out of time, okay? That's all I'm gonna say is you're running out of time. But the reason why we're going that way is because whenever you put a bunch of people on to something, then they gotta come in and change the rules. They gotta come in and change the game. So we stay 10 toes ahead of them so they never catch up. We stay 10 toes ahead of them so they never catch up. Y'all gonna stop playing with us. Y'all gonna stop it. That's what you are going to do. You're gonna stop. Okay, so we have, where is this at? It's still being shared. Hold on. Where's my camera? Hold on. Let me stop the sharing. Where did that come from? Hold on, y'all. So we do a whole entire prompt. Let me show y'all. Let me go back over here so I can share with y'all the reason why we're going at it this way. And we're using the law against them. We're using the law against the lawless and the lawbreakers. I think I sent it to myself down here. Okay. That's what I was gonna tell y'all. That's what I was gonna tell you. I'm glad I seen that. Let me say this real quick. Y'all know these bunkers and all this other stuff that these billionaires of farmland and all of that stuff that these billionaires are building and getting their hands on. Well, they're all being funded by government contracts, y'all. I've been telling y'all for the longest. For the longest. To go get you a government contract. They're giving them to everybody else. The Somalian fraud, government contracts, everybody else is getting them. Okay. But TransUnion set up this new system to combat the sweeps. Okay. They call it credit washing. Okay. And they said they want to start this new system to do credit washing so that they can pioneer fraud and detection solution because millions of people got their credit together by using that sweep and still doing it. And you only have a matter of days, okay? TransUnion launched today a new and innovative solution designed to combat credit washing, the practice of removing legitimate, accurate, and non-obsolete credit data from credit profiles with a sweep. Okay? We use the law against the lawbreakers. They don't like that. They mad about that. Okay? So TransUnion have this new system that they are rolling out. Okay, towards the end of January. You can still take advantage of it right now, peeps. Sweep your credit, but we're going about it a different way. Okay, we're going to use the law for the law breakers. We're going Supreme Court. We're going straight as if we're going into a courtroom. And if you violate us, dare you to violate us, as we have done these case studies and we have used Supreme Court law, we can now sue you in our state and the state that you have filed this derogatory account, reported this criminal account on my consumer report. Okay? I give you all of this. I give you the prompt to go and fix your own credit. I give you the whole 9 yards, okay? Because the goal with this is to make sure you at least go get you $50,000 in funding. I also give you over 30 places, fintech, banks, personal loans that will fund you right here, right now. I'm going to have a day, probably in the next couple of days, can't say exactly when, where we just going to have a funding frenzy. Okay? Ain't enough people on here for me to do it now. And I done been here quite some time. But showing you what is available, I at least want you to go get you hold on one second. Hold on. Let me show you when we just did this. Okay? And what I'm giving you access to. Want you to see. Is this one? Okay. To that one. That one. That one. Okay. Let me show y'all. How many people we just helped get funding on Friday? On Friday. Okay. This is without even getting a hard inquiry, because we got to play for you to run to not even get a hard inquiry. We can offer you the following: an unsecured. This is pre-approval without a hard inquiry. We accept one of these two. We go run a play real quick. We accept it. And then we go back and unrun the play. And then we move on to the next. Okay. Get you 50,000. We can get you a secured loan of 20,000 or unsecured of 10,000. Okay. We just did this Friday. See if I'm supposed to go this way. No, wrong thing. I'm supposed to show you. Hold on. This one, okay? Care credit, $17,000. That'll help y'all right now to help you buy some land, not help you get caught up on bills, help you be in a better position to get out of this system and create your own, okay? Here's another one, okay? You got you 16,500 in funding. I tell y'all all the time, I know where the money is at. I know where it's at. Okay. Here's another one. You pre-approved for up to 10 bands. This is in 5 minutes. Okay. You're pre-approved for up to 10,000. Another one. You see the name up here. It's Monty. So you don't be like, oh, them the same receipts. No, babes. Okay. You see the one up here is Latasha. 10 bands. Okay. Pre-approved for 10,000. Charlisa. Here's one of the lower ones, but 7,000, it helps somebody right now. 7,000. And as you can see, Monty was just approved for 10,000, turned around and was approved for 7,000 over here. Okay, as you can see, Latasha was approved for 10,000 and then another 11,000 over here. Okay, I have over 30 of these for you to go and be approved. Over 30, literally. Okay, for you to go and be approved for funding, because that's what the whole name of the game is. I can get you 50,000 if you at least have a 660 credit score. I can get you 50,000. If you don't have a 660 credit score, you need a suite, or you need to run the credit play. Take 30 days if you want to go that way. If you say, hey, I don't want to even, get caught up with the suite, they're about to do away with that, go this way. 30 days to 50K. Simple as that. Okay? This is all about getting 12 of you to 50K and doing it together collectively, showing you how to repair and fix your credit on an individual basis, how to run plays and freeze stuff so you get approved for stuff without ever obtaining a hard inquiry, having you go to, now you don't have to go to all 30 banks and all 30 institutions. We have fintech, we have personal loan, we have so many different, over 30 different banks where you can go and get you, run up you a big bag. I do not suggest you go to no 30 different places and get all these credit cards, okay? I don't suggest that. But you have opportunity. If you want to go 10 now, 10 in a minute, 10 in a minute. If you want to do it that way, I'm just going to do 3 right now and I have a backup list later. Hey, I'm going to at least do 15 of these right now. However you want to do them is however you want to do them. Okay? But we will get you all the way together with your credit. And when I say we, it's just because it's a do it with you, not a done for you. It's a do it with you. Okay? Get your credit together based on Supreme Court law, show you the plays, run the freezing. Then once you get the money, we're going to show you where to invest. Whatever you do with the money is your business, is yours. Okay? You will have to pay it back. So it'll only be wise to find out, what do I need to do with this money to make me money so that I end up not having to come out of my pocket paying anything back because I used it the right way. I'm only taking 12, and like I told y'all the other day, I'm not doing discounts and I'm not doing favors. If you want to get to 50K in the next 30 days and you can show up and you can play big and just follow instructions, because that's all it requires is for you to follow instructions. I'm literally going to give you all the plays. All of them. I'm going to give you the connections. I'm going to give you the prompt to fix your credit and other people's. If you want to start a whole entire business, then guess what? I'm going to show you how to start funding for others. That's when you get your big bag. You start funding for others. Why? Because you have over 30 banks. You have connections to bankers, okay, that will literally get you approved, tell you exactly what the snapshot needs to look like, get you approved. We have some of those in there as well. And then you have land and property connections so that you can take that money and you can make a wise investment that will make you money and just continue to make you money. Doesn't have to be land, doesn't have to be real estate. It can be a number of things. A number of things, okay? Doesn't have to just be you go buy some land. That's the smartest investment. Why? Because They don't make more of it. So I might as well own something they don't make more of. It's a rarity. And then secondly, as long as I got land, I got power. Somebody always gonna need a place to stay. They always gonna need land to drive on, get through, build stuff on. Always land will always be in demand, even though it ain't more being made. And my land can just sit there and it will make me rich just sitting there. That's it. If I put something on it, if I want to lease it out, then I can do that. Here is a play. Okay. And you get this. Let me show y'all this play. Let's see if I can go up here real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay. You go get 5 acres. Get you a trucking parking lot. You get 90 trucks to come park on your 5 acres at just $200 a month. You go get a contract with the trucking, transporters, the companies. CR England, Swift, Huseman. Hey, you can contract your trucks and come park on my dirt. Because that's clearly all it is dirt. Okay? Come park on my dirt for $200 a month. That's $18,000 every single month for just having dirt. Okay? Just let them come park on your dirt. Having dirt. Got to connect for that. Okay? How you can connect with a big company and get your dirt, your parking lot filled up. Literally, you can have $18,000 in 1 month. In 1 month. Literally, from start to finish. I got the land. I got the connect to get your land and your dirt full. So you get extra income. Okay? That's all it's about. Trucking parking lots will bring in more than $18,000 a month. And all you got to do is own some dirt. So we show you exactly what to do with the monies that you're going to go get. Bottom line. Whatever you choose to do with it is absolutely your business. But we guarantee you, and some say, well, how long would it take to repair your credit? We don't know. And we really don't care because it took us a long time to get in debt. If you're looking for something fast track, fast paced, go with the sweep. But we are eliminating things by the law. And if they don't obey the law, then we may have to take legal action. Nevertheless, we got all type of funding opportunities that will get you in the game while you repair your credit. Also comes with a building business credit part of the service because I believe in doing things times 2, not times 1. If I'm going to go after it in my personal, then I'm going to go ahead and follow right behind it with my business. Vice versa. If I get something in my business, hey, you got anything for the personal side? Any products for the okay, I'll take that. Okay, because I'm well-rounded on the business and the personal. I'm built the right way. So this is a community. Okay, it also includes trade lines. This is not only to remove the negative items, but I can show y'all the plug and the play on the trade lines. It's tax time. I've been telling y'all to get in position with this for a cool minute. It's tax time. People are going to be looking to buy cars. People are going to be looking to move to a different location. People are going to be looking to buy a home. People are going to be looking to utilize their credit. And right now would be the best time for the income tax checks. Start rolling out. You can partner with brokers. You can partner with tax professionals. You can make the biggest bag that you've ever made in 30 days. Over these next 30 days. If you invest in yourself and position yourself right and just set up your systems, let your systems work for you. That's it. I guarantee you can have over 50,000, $100,000. Okay, I guarantee you that. That ain't even including no funding. I'm talking about just you being able to get people in position to go spend their money to do what they gonna do anyway. They just started accepting taxes. Hire you a virtual assistant paying $5 an hour. If you in a position to do that. If not, use your phone. Don't let your phone be a bill. Let your phone be an ATM. Hey, my name is Dr. Tawana Worlds. I'm in the credit funding space. I offer trade lines to help people boost their credit 7 to 10 days after the trade line reports. They don't even gotta wait a long time. Do you know how well that just runs really, really well? I ain't gotta wait 30 days, man. My income tax probably gonna drop first part of February, middle. I'm gonna be ready then. I'm gonna be ready then. You can be ready before your income tax check even drop. Okay? Because we're gonna make sure you're ready. We're gonna have that trade line or trade lines reporting. We're gonna boost your score 100 to 200 points in 7 to 10 days. And this is the fee that we charge. People will pay you to get out of pain. So you get that. You get the prompts. That is golden. Anybody can go on the chat GPT and say, hey, can you look at my credit reporting and just, no, we have to train it. You're going to create my dispute letters using Supreme Court law, FTC law, CFPB law, okay, the FCRA law, and you're going to look at these case studies of people who sued these boroughs for playing with their name, and you're going to draft my documents up according to that, so they have no other choice to remove it. And then you're going to include the terminology that is needed to let them know, if you play with me, I'm going to sue you. And you're going to carry through if they should play with you. Ain't nothing like a good old win from the credit bureau. Okay, I have a partner, a brother who will sue the draws off the credit bureau on your behalf, and you will walk out. Okay, with 45,000, 50,000 for impunitive damages and everything else. My brother Joe will get you all the way together. So you have access to this inside of this group. This is only for those. I don't want to say, hey, we're going to go. No, I have a group that we're doing something with, okay? On another level, on another scale. Getting more money than 50,000. But I'm talking to those who want to at least get them $50,000 in funding. I have over 30 places for you to go get 10,000 here, 15,000 here. And if you see it like that, then you know it ain't hard to accumulate $50,000. These credit cards can be liquidated and this cash can be put into your bank account. Or you can take it and go build wisely. Go buy you some land. You don't have to build a traditional house. Build a container home. You know, put some billboards on it. Rent it out as a truck parking lot. So many different things you can do without having to have a tenant, without having to have a toilet issue, without having to have any of that. Any of that. There's so many ways to play in the game, okay? And then you get the trade line. So you remove the negative. The trade line play is off the chain. You got a $50,000 trade line, and there's 10 spots on it available. And you say, I'm selling this trade line, $50,000 limit that has been live for 11 years or 33 years with only 4% utilization. And I thought my baby was crying. And I got 10 spots, to be added to this trade line is first come, first serve, would be $1,000. Your credit will increase 100 to 200 points in the next 7 to 10 days once the trade line closes. And what that means is the trade line might close on the 5th. So 7 to 10 days after the trade line closes on the 5th, it will pop up on your credit report. Now on your credit report, it reflects that somebody has loaned you $50,000. So if I send you to a bank that gives you $50,000 and they see somebody then lent you $50,000, and for the last 11 or 33 years you have maintained this limit, they're going to definitely give you 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. It's the way to play the game. Okay. I'm going to allow you guys into this group for $497 as founding members only. As founding members only. You get access to all of that. To the prompt. We're not paying nobody to do it for us. If you do want it done, we do have a done for you service. Okay. One of my business partners, it will do the whole 9 yards for you. They will put the trade lines on there for you. Okay. Business wise as well. They will set you up your structure. If you have your structure, they will set you up. They will add the trade lines. They will make sure you are visible all over the internet. Okay. They will monitor it for you. They will go ahead and put you on the right track to make sure you are utilizing and leveraging the trade line the appropriate way, that you are spending only very minimal, making those payments so that it generates you a score. Then they go get you big funding. Now just think, you got access to fix your personal. You go get you 400, 300, 500,000 on the business, and then you turn around and you're able to go get you 300, 400,000 on the personal. You got 200,000 short of $1 million. Okay. They have a done for you aspect. But if you want to get in here, I think it is better for you to learn it. I think it's better for you to know it. That way, if you ever need to do it again, you know exactly what to do. If you feel like I want to help people, and I do, I want to help kingdom believers. I want to help churches. Stop asking these people for tithes and offering. That should be something that is already purpose in their hearts to do. God should have to deal with them on the tithe and offering. The tithe and offering is not to make you rich. It's so that there be meat in this house for God's people. But you don't have to rely on the tithe and offering. I want to show you how to get funding the legitimate way. And if all your congregants inside of your ministry is financially free, they have more time to focus on God-given assignments. Be honest. If your rent is not able to be paid, you're more focused on how can I get my rent paid versus what can I do for you, Master. That's why the Bible says money answers all things. Some people hate to hear that, but it's real. You're supposed to not be praying for healing. There is monies that you're supposed to have in your possession that could pay for the cure, that could pay for the clean water, that can stop the homelessness. We're not supposed to be praying for the homeless. Money answers all things. Go buy an apartment complex. Go buy a hotel and shelter them. Money answers all things. And you need it. And it's not just for the wicked people to have in their possession to harm God's people. It's not. The wealth of the wicked is stored up for us. Stored up for the righteous. Meaning God wants you to do something with the wealth. And you got to learn the wealth game in order to be able to play the wealth game and take back territory for the kingdom of God. Why would we ever let this demonic system make all these millions of Americans homeless? Why are Christians, the most powerfulest people on earth, so broke? They cannot send rescue money. You got celebrities donating to fires and floods. How many churches have you heard? Hey, the church came in. All 10 of these churches came in and put together the money to get these people fed and get these people. You don't even hear about stuff like that. Because the Christians is broker than the world. You got the world owning farmland, Walk a Flock of Flame, and it's a whole bunch of them. I have a whole video of the world farming. Kevin Gates, some other girl that played on Martin, people that we know. Said, no, I use singing and I use my gift to make me enough money to go buy land. And I grow my own food. And I feel better. And I set up generational wealth. Little Boosie, they buying streets. These are worldly people who don't do any religious activities at all. And the Bible says the children of the world are wiser than the children of God. And they are. Some of them are full-fledged Satanists, satanic worshipers. They pledge their allegiance through their symbols and stuff. Show you on their album covers who they serve. But they are wiser than the children of the word. How many people in the church are you saying, hey, let's go buy up land so that we can actually house our brothers and our sisters? They won't even have to buy or rent from people in the world. Keep it in the community. We have a big old restaurant here, a big old whatever food bank here. Get all your food here. We eat together. We're not on that type of timing. This allows you, okay, to get on that type of timing for $497. If I'm going to give you where you can go get money at, I don't care if your credit is messed up. We have things in there for people at least with a 560, but we don't just want you barely scrapping by. No, we're going to get you together so that you can get funding. We can get funding together. And then we can go make God moves together. Okay? $497 is what I'm offering on this live only. It's not off of this live. Some of y'all was disobedient. I said about 7 or 8 of y'all told y'all, don't hit me up when these live end. And unfortunately, I had a boatload of people hitting me up like, I just barely saw the live. I'm so sorry. Can I still get in on this? And I had to tell people, no. It is what it is. I didn't get to go remove it, but that is off the table. It's over with. I'm only allowing you to be a part of something that me and others, I don't care what nobody got going on. We cannot work fast enough, hard enough. We cannot work more enough to get what we really need. We are already a little bit too late. Simple as that. God don't have us here to waste space and time, okay? At all. These are the most urgent things that the Lord said, come and sit down and talk about today. That emergency preparedness. The workshop where you get in position, kingdom style. Where you know exactly what to buy, what to barter, stuff that don't cost that much right now. That will be greatly needed. Not something ChatGPT gonna tell you either. Not something ChatGPT gonna tell you. Because ChatGPT does not know. It has to be prompted. Meaning you have to tell it what exactly I need, and this is what I need, and this is no, ChatGPT can't give it to you like that. These are things that have sustained people in crisis and in perilous times during the Great Depression and the whole 9 yards, that sustained people because they made the right move. Okay. So I have the workshop for you, and I'm getting ready to go. When this live is over, it is over. On live opportunities only. I'm not doing discounts. I don't owe anybody any affordability. I don't want anybody to get offended. I don't. Everybody is not meant to go with me. Everybody is not meant to go with me. And he's showing me more and more and more so. He's allowing me to see that. You cannot have anybody that is disobedient, because half obedience is still disobedience. He was speaking to me pertaining to someone that he told to do something, and they were doing it haphazardly. Like, oh, this for now, and that for this time, and that for this time, and oh my gosh, this for that time. And God said, I did not call them to do that. They have been very disobedient. And you have to wash your hands. If you enter a house, and 1000% of the time when God tells me to release something, it's never for me. It's always for the person. I was very encouraged, and I can share this testimony. If she jump on here and what happened to, watch this video, she can tell you in the comment section herself. I spoke something over her principle because God had put me on her heart at the appropriate time, the appointed time, to get something that she had really, really been needing, right? So I said, God's going to give you 100-fold return. She just called me literally and said, God didn't give me 100-fold return. He gave me like 1,000-fold returns. She's like, I had to go brag about you to my family. And it's not bragging about me, because I don't have no dog in this fight. You will never, ever try to see me competing with God like I done did something. I'm a filthy rag. Filthy rag. Okay? I don't know nothing on my own. I'm not smart enough on my own. I'm not wise without the wisdom of God. I don't take no credit, no nothing. To God be all the glory. But God had to show her, and he had to show me that I'm a man of my word. If I tell you to tell somebody something, it's never about you. Because I had to ask God, why would you even allow such a situation? And he said, you think I'm allowing this to punish you? I bless so that you be a blessing. And 9 times out of 10, the people that I send you to are in need of a blessing. And they may try to figure out how this blessing is going to happen. And I have already figured it out. The very thing they don't want to do is what I've asked them to do. This woman had been waiting on an answer from God pertaining to something very serious. He didn't just give her 10 times 100-fold. He made the very people that was bothering her, vexing her spirit, bless her. So that was one thing. But he also opened a door for her that she had been praying. Don't let me be caught up in this situation. Get me out. And guess who had the answer in their bosom? It's never about me. Ever. And God has been telling me that for about 4 or 5 days. I shared it with her, sharing it here with you. You think what I allowed you to endure is punishment for you? It's not. If I send you, or I have you, or I cause you to put out a clarion call or a personal invitation, it's something that I want to do for them. And I need you to get your pride out of the way because it's not about you, Tawana. I bless you so that you can be a blessing to others. Bottom line, you are blessed to be a blessing, not blessed to be a hoarder, not blessed to be a warrior, not the warrior that fights, the warrior that fights. Some answers are not connected to what you got. It's connected to your obedience. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna leave. Okay? I'm gonna take the video down. You will not see it. You will not get opportunity. The price, if I mention it again, will not be the price that I have mentioned it. I am here on an assignment to be obedient. Okay? That's it. And give you an opportunity for God to get you and put you in a position that He wants you to be in. Bottom line. Not me, God wants you in the position. I've shared this before, but I feel led to share this again. I was driving Uber and doing, because I ain't too proud to do that. Still ain't too proud to do that. Was driving Uber and driving Lyft, and I had saved up a bunch of money, real talk. And I had saved up a bunch of money because I was getting out of debt so I could buy my first home. I was also saving up money because I wanted to have me another baby. So by faith, I was saving up money so I can purchase baby stuff by faith and get out of debt, buy the first house. And first house, that's what it was gonna be. House for my family, for my babies, by faith. And the Lord sent a young lady and she hit me up. Out of all people, she hit me up. She like, hey, my rent is due and I don't have rent. And at first I was like, okay, I'm trying to make it out here too. I'll ask some of my other brothers and sisters, could we come together? Because I'm always willing to share. Now, I was not willing to give up what she needed. I'm just being transparent and telling you something that I feel led to share. I was willing to share with her, but I was not willing to give up all that I had worked for because I had busted my butt doing that Uber and Lyft, and I was saving it up so I can buy my house and have my babies and all of that stuff. And it was gonna take me a while to save up. Had a down payment, had to have the down payment, had to have I think it's the surety payment. Okay, one of them words, can't remember what it is. Been a couple of years since we bought a house. You had to have the earnest money. That's what it's called. Earnest money. Had to have, closing costs. So I was working. And wasn't nobody getting that. And I was willing to share because I don't want to see nobody on the streets. I was even willing to get some other people together so that we can come together and solve this problem. Because I was not finna give up all my money. She hit me up. I said, I'll reach out to a couple people and see what we can come up with. When I tell you that nobody budge. None of my cousins volunteered to help. She hit me up a couple days later. She was like, I only got till Friday to pay. What did they say? And I was like, I don't know. I'll ask again. I can give you a couple hundred, but I can't do the whole thing. It's like right when I told her that, like the Lord convicted me so bad. I mean, bad. He was like, what you have in your bank account is exactly what she needed to pay her rent. And I said, wait a minute, to myself, I know you don't want me to give her that much money. What? He's like, yeah, I want you to pay her rent. I'm like, well, how much is your rent? And what she told me her rent was exactly what I had in the bank account. I think it only left me with like $70. And I just didn't see God in that at all. I'm like, uh-uh. And the Lord was like, I want you to give it to her. I want you to pay her rent. You have it in your possession to do so. I want you to give it to her. And I fought with God. I ain't gonna cap. I fought with him. I was like, nope. I worked too hard. Why? Because my labor was attached to it. I wasn't looking at it like, God, what you gave me is just a tool. And if you gave it to me, you should be able to come to me and ask me for your stuff when you want to. But no, because I attributed my time and my labor and my sacrifice, it felt personal. So I made it my money and not his money. And after going back and forth, the Holy Spirit saying, give it. And it wasn't a little amount, it was thousands. Then the Lord was like, I don't even want it. Keep it. Have at it. Have fun with it. I heard just as stern as that. I don't even want to have it. Keep it. I love a cheerful giver. Not one that's going to question me, cry, complain. He said the reason why you can't give up that money is because you have a spirit of mammon that you worship. And I was so offended by that. I was like, I don't worship any other God but you. And I don't ever want to worship any other God but you. And I don't ever want to have an attachment to anything. I was shocked at my own self. I couldn't believe that I was behaving that way, honestly. Because I am one of the biggest givers that God could rely on. Real talk. I was so dumbfounded. I was like, that had to be a dumb demonic spirit that hopped on me. God, please forgive me. Soon as God said, keep it, very stern, firm, keep it. I was like, oh my gosh. Please, Lord, please. I'm so sorry. That had to be an evil spirit. God, you know my heart. I would have gave. What is wrong with me? It's like you have a spirit of mammon. I was like, oh my gosh, please give me another chance. I begged all that night. I went to sleep in tears, begging, give me another opportunity, God. Give me another chance. I don't care if it leaves me with $2. Just give me another chance. I begged, I pleaded. Next day, he said, send her the money. On a Friday that she needed it. Wasn't my business what she needed it for. But he gave me exactly what she needed. And I gave it to her. I said, look, get it, take it, send me your information. My flesh is over here fighting me. Okay? Hurry up and please do it. I just want to be obedient and give it to you. Right? This was on April the 6th of 2018. Yeah, 2018. April the 6th. Still have the receipts to this day because I'll never forget this miracle. I will never forget this miracle. Because it was a miracle. God told me exactly who to contact about buying a house, our house in Texas. And when I say the lady looked at racist, she looked at really racist. That's why looks can be deceiving and you shouldn't judge people based off their skin or anything. But this lady looked racist. Sweetest lady, sweetest pie. Hit her up. Nobody else was fooling with us. It's like, oh, we need you to, to go get a credit card. I never had any credit cards in my name, so they needed me to have some revolving credit. Putting us through the ringer. She came in and she was like, yeah, here's the numbers I can come up with. I can help you get approved for a house in this range. And I was like, and then the Lord said, I want you to tell her this. I want you to tell her this. And I almost didn't obey him because of what he gave to me to tell her. I'm like, I don't even know if she's a Christian. I know you don't want me to release this word to her. He was like, I want you to text it to her. I was so bothered. I don't even know this woman. She looks like she probably don't like me, my skin color. And when she talked on the phone, she's like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna do the paperwork. I get that. Like just real hardcore. It's like, oh my gosh. And her name was Miss Lisa. I'll never forget this lady. God pressed upon my heart to tell her what he told me to tell her all day until I said, he said, half obedience is still disobedience. And disobedience is as the sin of witchcraft. I consider you a witch when you do not obey me. And I consider your disobedience as witchcraft. And so I was like, I'm not going to lie. I'll just be transparent with you. I had an attitude because I did not know this lady. She said she can do the numbers. I did not want to offend her, talking God talk to her, and she's a realtor trying to help me find a house. So I had an attitude. I went on ahead and texted her. I said, I don't know if you're a Christian or not. I don't know if you're even a believer in the word, but I feel led to tell you that my God said, help me get this house, which will be used for kingdom purposes. And he will heal you in your body. In the areas, I feel so out of place telling somebody, God said he gonna heal you in your body. He said he will restore your marriage. And he promised some other things. When I sent the message, I wanted to go duck under my covers and don't ever pick up my phone again. Because I didn't know what her reply was going to be. This lady said, okay, I believe it and I'm on it. And when I wanted to quit, when I wanted to give up, because buying a home is a process. Whenever you are breaking generational curses, you can expect some kickback, boo. And the devil was doing too much. I mean, he was doing too much. You couldn't put no money in your bank. If they accounted the money in your bank, you couldn't have no more deposits going in there. I mean, it was crazy. And I wanted to give up. And one day, Miss Lisa said, you can go ahead and get off the phone and give up, but you will not hinder what God is going to do in my life, because God told me to help you to get this house and he would heal me. You didn't even know that I have been a smoker for 40 years and I have been asking God to heal me in my physical body, restore my marriage, because I was not able to do things that I used to be able to do. Oh, you will not get in the way of my blessing. I got the goosebumps telling it to you. Look at my hair sticking up. Telling it to you. Sis was not playing. Do you know she got us in the house? Do you know she got her healing? 100% healing. Swelling from her legs went down, walked away, quit smoking. With a clean bill of health after 40 years. Helped us get into the house and put me in my place when I wanted to quit. She said, babe. God told me he would heal me. We're going to get you in this house. Not only that, I obeyed God on April the 6th. On April the 18th, and I had been praying to God. I said, look, my son died on April the 18th. Last year almost took me out mentally. It took me weeks to recover. It took me weeks, God, and I just don't want to. I don't even know if I will make it for the 1 year anniversary. I don't even know if I will make it, God. I don't know what you can do for me, but if you can do something for me to help me, because I can't check out of here. I have redeemed to live for. I got myself to live for. I got my other kids to live for. I got grandchildren to live for. Like, I need you to do something for me. This is on April 6th. He said, I needed him to do something for me. And that something was more above the house. I needed peace on that day, the worst day of my life. Just needed peace. I didn't ask him for anything major. I said, I just want peace. I don't want to lose my mind. And I don't want to go down, and I don't want to die. That's what I told God. This was on April 6th. My son died on April 18th, 2018. This was on April 6th, 2019, when he told me to pay this woman's rent. On April 18, 2019, 1 year to the date, 1 year to the date, I found out I was pregnant with twins. For those that don't know, me and my husband cannot go and make a baby the natural process. Okay. When I had the son that passed away, a lot of tissues and veins and different things of that sort was damaged. I did not get a regular, cesarean cut. I got an emergency cut from my navel all the way down and then across like a big old, my stomach looked like a hamburger patty. It doesn't even look like a stomach. The way they cut me up, okay? And when they cut me up, it built scar tissue and all kind of stuff around my ovaries, around my intestines. I didn't know that, of course, but this was stopping me from having children. Gave me unexplained infertility because of that surgery, because of the abruption of the placenta when I was having him. So me and my husband can't go make, babies the natural way. For God to give me twins, one died, he gave me two back. And no, they can never replace him. But what he did for me was what money could not do. Money could not do. Every time on that day not only became the worst day of my life, it became the best day of my life, and he gave me balance. So on that day, I don't even, if I wanted to try to grieve real bad, I couldn't. Because I remember I lost a son on this day, but God gave me two on this day. And my whole entire pregnancy that I was pregnant with him, whenever I wanted to get into this deep and depressed, saddened state, those girls would kick up a storm to remind me, we got this. Most people don't know why their name is Redemption and Revelation. God revealed to me that he would give me twins about 10 years prior. He revealed to me that he would give me girls. And he revealed to me that he would give me twins. And not only did he give me twins, I got the house so that when my twins were born, they had their own home to come to. He totally changed my life. I felt led to share that with somebody. Okay? Obedience would either open up everything for you or cost you everything. That's what obedience will do. Okay? This is God sent me here for you. Not to fear monger you. What benefit is that in that of you? For you to be afraid. Ain't nobody afraid of what these devils out here doing. We see what they doing. So you ought to be governing yourself accordingly. Only people afraid is the people that's intertwined and entangled with that system, and they have no hope, no momentum, no umph to even want to get out of it. Those are the people that's afraid, and you ought to be. But people that's out here moving differently, we're not. I feel more saddened and sorrowful for the people that's stuck and caught up in that. Because I will not be. I don't care what the devil does, how mad he gets. It doesn't matter. God said, I sent people to help assist you for kingdom work. And they disobeyed me. But I will send rams in the bush. I will send rams in the bush. And the rams that I send will be people that need, not just want, need something from me. But I am willing to see what they are willing to give in exchange, because this is a covenant, it's a relationship, it's not a one-sided deal. I give, and you give me nothing in return. I need to use you in the earth to further my kingdom. Can I rely on you or not? Okay? So I'm not here by haphazardly or coincidence. The Lord is trying to give you something, a gift. It's up to you whether you obey. Any questions for me? And Rear Richardson 9954, please. Andrea Richardson. Why did I read and Rear? Andrea Richardson. Please don't let it be too late. I need you to teach me. Depending on what you need me to teach you, beloved, for a lot of those, micro programs and products that I just try to give to my cousins and let y'all take advantage of it while we had some time. And we still have time, but a lot of people is behind. It's just a little bit too late. It's like every day something worse is happening. Something is accelerating. Something is being implemented. Something is speeding up, warp speeding up our demise. And the sad part about it is a lot of people are not in position. So they are not set up properly to not be dictated and not be controlled and not be governed. Okay? Any questions for me before I go? Those two opportunities that I mentioned are only on live only. If you want me to show you how to get your credit together, okay? If your credit is together, you would have lots of money. So much money that you would share, which is a clear indication that you don't have your credit together or you don't know how to leverage your credit. Okay? Tell me the best way to reach out. I can start with the list you spoke about on the previous live. You can reach out to me. Let me put my information on here. However, beloved, honestly, that was just a one-day opportunity. It was just, and it saddens me, but it was just a one-day opportunity. If I open it and say, yeah, you can take it back, then everybody in their mind, oh, let me go. So I got to be a woman of my word. And, but my email is there. Email me. Okay. That's how you can reach out to me. Any other questions before I go? I love y'all. Okay. We're not going to war. We are at war. Just know that. And the only casualties of war is civilians. And I hope you are preparing yourself and your family, because that is your responsibility, to come out from amongst her and be separate. Touch not the unclean thing, so that God can receive you. He want to use your hands, and he want to use your feet, and he want to use whatever aspect of your body that you have yielded to him. I don't care if it's your money. Okay? He want to use you to do kingdom. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything that you need will be added to you. Okay? Love y'all. See you later, Instagram. You interested? Well, If you interested, inbox me. You the only one that I'm gonna give room enough to inbox me. Probably give you about an hour to DM me, okay? Because you can't see the information that they can see over here, and I will send you the information. Um, if not, I love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. I love y'all, and there ain't nothing you can do about it, okay? And I look forward to seeing y'all when I see y'all, okay? I told y'all AI automations. I do have some other amazing opportunities that we're working on moving forward. It's not anything that we have did in times past, but I feel like a broken record, but God won't let me move on. You definitely need to fix your credit and go ahead and get the bag. God know you can't get it no other way as fast as He is trying to give it to us. You'll be hearing from me, okay? God knows there's no other workup and no other way around. And if God is going to give us real wealth, we got to be looking really responsible. And we got to show God that we're responsible to handle the real wealth He want to give us. Okay? Love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, y'all.